What is going on, everyone? DJ's here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay analysis. However, today, it's not an ordinary replay. No, we're bringing back the tournament series. And you know what that means? Today, we're not covering an ordinary match. We're covering the Discord 11 Finals. Woo! You like that light show? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no more messing around. We're in the finals. I had to get through Raider Alcaraman, Soth, Reimer, among many others to even reach this point. And now, I'm in the finals facing Talose, a very familiar face to a lot of you. Talose, on the other hand, manhandled Dead FS, obliterated Go 7, and he is definitely the favorite going into the finals here. I am the underdog. Talose is a very strong player. I've never beat him, to be honest. We played 2 games, he beat me twice. Super strong positional player, very calculated. So I know I'm up versus the best. And I didn't come here to get second place. Nuh-uh, I came here to win. I want that little tiny 8-bit trophy next to my name on advancedwarsbyweb.com on CD-ROM. Discord 11 winner. Therefore, I went all out this game. No stops. I had to win this game. Anyway, without further ado, let's talk about this map right here. The map. Mobocracy Madness. Now it makes sense. You have a little mob in the middle, a little mosh pit of moblins. Also makes sense for a name because it's an alliteration, which is another rule of having a Advanced Wars by Web map name. Either an alliteration or an obscure Lord of the Rings reference no one understands. Now, you have a little mob in the middle. And 2 bases on the side. It's a mixed base map. That's right, we have a mixed base game for the finals. Mixed base, high income map. Tier 1. Now you have a little lab, but it's pretty protected. HQ threats are not a threat at all. You got this little labs over here. You can recapture them. As long as you have 1 lab, you don't lose. You're probably never going to even be threatened to lose a lab. The game is going to be decided much earlier than that. In general, in mixed base maps, the game is usually decided very early. They're very early fights, early positional fights, and typically the games end a lot early. They're accelerated games. Think of mixed base games as accelerated games. They usually are over by turn like 15 at the latest, and usually are decided by like turn 9, 10, 11 even. That's why the day-to-day COs are so strong in mixed base maps, because they're early fighting, it's decided early, Kindle strength, strong right in here in that situation. Von Bolt is strong, Max, you want to bash. Hawk is never going to get his CO power or super CO power, so forget about that. The game is decided early, you need the day-to-day advantage. Now, another thing about this map, contested comm towers. Javier, I'm not checking Javier. It's way too easy to deny a comm tower. It's closest to this space over here, but a recon will reach and interrupt that comm tower in 2 turns only. Beep, 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 beep. No comm tower for you. And it's very hard to reinforce over here. A tank will not reach this in 2 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reaches the silo. So very easy to not allow a comm tower. And it's also very hard to get an infantry down here to capture. So sometimes you're not even going to get a comm tower during the entirety of the game. The game will be decided by the time someone even touches a comm tower. High income, as I mentioned, a lot of chains. So let's talk about CO, and then I'll talk about my strategy before we get into it. CO matchup. Why did we go Sasha? 2 reasons. Number 1, Von Bolt is banned. If Von Bolt was not banned, we would both be going Von Bolt here immediately. Day-to-day powers, the extra defense, mixed base, you gotta go Von Bolt on mixed base. It just makes sense. If you don't go Von Bolt on mixed base, something is wrong with you. It just doesn't make sense. He is the strongest by far. No questions asked on this map, at least. So, number 2, why are we going Sasha? Because Hawk, like mentioned, he's never gonna see his CO power, especially with Sasha. He's never gonna see his CO power, super CO power. Javier, no go. That only leaves Sasha, and Sasha, you need every last Advanced Wars buck in this map. You need every last dime. So that extra 100 funds per property, yeah, you're gonna need that. It's gonna influence builds, so if you can build a recon early, maybe I can build a recon 1 turn earlier and interrupt that. Plot twist, you can build a recon 1 turn earlier by having Sasha rather than any other Advanced Wars CO. You can get earlier copters with the builds. Sasha influences the build orders. You can build tanks earlier, recons earlier, you can exert pressure earlier, and everything is earlier. Everything needs to be earlier on a mixed base map is what I'm trying to say here. Mixed base is all about early impressions. Do as much damage as you can early on the map and control everything, and then the game will decide itself. You're not going to be having late game fights. So those early build orders matter a lot. So, therefore we both picked Sasha. Pretty straightforward. I expected him to pick Sasha 100%. If you picked Javier, I would have been laughing. If you picked Hawk, I would have been like, it's not so bad. So, another thing, so no comm towers. You're gonna have a lot of fights, a lot of like live infantry, leftover 2 HP, 1 HP infantry because there's no comm towers. You'll not have that extra 10% firepower. So just to keep that in mind, you're gonna have a lot of weakened units. Now my strategy for this map. Now, you guys looking at this might think this is the strong side. Little mob in the middle. Oh, strong side. Weak side over here, weak side over here for green. No, I disagree. I think the strong side is this with the airport. Not over here. First off, there's a forest here, and second off, you have to split. One over here, one over here, one over here, one over here. You can't just go all on one side, because that just leaves this all for me. So this is actually just one base versus one base, one base versus one base, and there's a forest right there, and no air support. So actually, this is a disadvantage going up against this base over here. I would say that this is the weakest base over here because the port's useless. You have to go a long way around. There's no way you're going to break the pipe scene. It's a complete waste of time. And it's just, so bad to reinforce. There's a forest over here. There's a forest over here. Best over here. Worst over here. Middle base. In a pinch, you can send 2 units over on this side, or a pinch 2 units over on this side. But typically, you're going to want to be splitting infantry on each side. You want to be avoiding vehicles, I would say, in the middle over here, because you want infantry to reinforce. Infantry to reinforce. If you have vehicles, they have to go all the way around. And you're going to have less units to fight in the middle where the infantry battles go on. So my whole goal of this map, strong side, beat him down over here, reinforce over here, pincher strike over here, pincher strike over here. These 2 bases connect, these 2 bases connect was my main idea. Don't worry about the comm towers, don't worry about all this stupid stuff over there. Get some early positional advantage, pincher strike, guillotine. You know, like a little, like a crab. Pincher strike. Like a guillotine, like Krabby from Pokemon or some shit like that. Although I'm a Kingler. I'm in the finals, I'm a Kingler. Bam, that's a guillotine. See, you can tell I'm really into this. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into this game. Because it's a doozy. So starting off, in the green, it's me, DG. I build all infantry. Now Talose. One thing I want to mention, I wanted to be player 2 because I prepared for this map, and I didn't want Talose to copy my openings because I have optimized my openings for this map. Thanks to Mr. Greensuit for assisting me in preparing for this map, I was able to optimize my openings, and I was hoping Talose would fall into some beginner traps. Unfortunately, he refused to take player 2, probably knew something was up, or he knew there was some build order or something, so he refused, so I had to take player 1, which is fine. But I was hoping to catch him off guard, which I wasn't able to, unfortunately. But oh well. Now, the reason I captured this earlier on, rather than going over here, is because I want to go to get this airport as soon as possible. If I go here, move over here, I get that in 3 turns, or 2 turns from here. If I go from here, it takes 3 turns as well. So it takes 3 turns instead of 2 turns. So you want to get this property and then go back towards the airport rather than front over here. Might be a little common beginner trap. And you got some chains over here. So my idea, my strong side, I want to lure him into a sense of security over here and then beat the shit out of him with copters and land units and reinforcements from over here. He's not going to see what's coming. So far, so good. We're both mirroring for the most part. One thing I will mention, I actually had a little build over here, as you might notice. Watch this. Little DG trick. I don't capture that. I actually go for this early because I want to capture that early. If he captures this, I'll capture that in time to interrupt it with 2 units, so he'll never get this property. But if you get this early, he will not be able to interrupt it. So I'm hoping that he captures this, and this unit goes, I don't know, over here, and he never gets that property over there. But since he's player 2, he can copy my strat, so I'm assuming he will copy that from me, because he sees it. And he does, unfortunately, so wanted that player 2 so bad. But I'm still ready, I'm feisty. And he gets really feisty over here. Normally you would capture this property, but he's actually going into the belly of the beast. the strong side. And when I saw this, my hands were I was going like this. Oh, Talose. I think Talose is the better player. Don't get me wrong, I think he's a better player than me. But when he falls into these traps, I start to think I have a chance. And that's how I'm gonna win. He's gonna fall into these traps unknowing. And then I'll beat him down. Whew. So, I was happy when I saw that. Let me just sum that up. That whole little monologue. I was happy. Anyway, so first recon turn. I calculated my build order. Look at that. 800 left. If I was Sasha, I would not have enough for this recon. The thing is, he's not even close to that. I have no interest in that comp tower. I'm bringing this recon to beat these boys up. These little cocky guys over here. Oh, yeah, good luck at tank getting all the way over here. Ooh, that's going to take a while, bud. Freaky Reeky, on the other hand, he's coming, and he's pissed. So, I expected Talose this turn to build a tank. He is exactly enough for a tank. Imagine being anyone but Sasha. You couldn't even afford a tank this turn to combat this recon. You couldn't build a tank here. You couldn't build a tank in the middle. Imagine being anyone but Sasha. That's why Sasha, you have to pick Sasha on this matchup. So, he built a tank in the bottom rather than the middle. Makes sense, because you want to have infantry in the middle. You want to make these mostly infantry mech bases because you want to have the infantry fights. And he actually he doubles down on the cockiness. The nerve of this guy. I have my units right here, my vehicles right here. Although, unfortunately, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... the plane exhaust, so I will not reach it in 2 turns. So that recon's a little slow, which kind of sucks, but whatever. So I'm ready. Now I'm ready to get my own tank. I'm getting a tank chain with a recon. He can think to interrupt over here. So here's where the infantry fights come into play. You notice all his infantry are streaming over here, right? All my infantry are streaming up here. Rather than going over here like he's doing, I'm going up. And you'll see why that matters in the grand scheme of things. I'm not capturing. I'm letting him, hey, go for this property over here. This little weak infantry and this little weak infantry, if you think about getting that, I'm going to pounce like a tiger. I'm going to pounce like a tiger. My infantry are just waiting to pounce. They're waiting. So let's see what he does. And you don't attack into that. This is... make space. Unit count. Unit count. 2 HP, 1 HP infantry are good blockers. They block, you can control portions of the map like that. Don't worry about the income. You're gonna get a shit ton of income anyway. We're gonna get like 30,000 in income. Who gives a shit if you have 28,000 or 29 or 30,000? Units matter the most. So you'll notice that. Both me and Talose is a super strong player. He knows all this shit. I don't have to explain that to him. He knows. Gets a little cocky over here. He thinks, hey, these two attack me, and then I'll just attack back on the city, and it'll be okay, and then I'll start streaming over here. And I said, okay, we can play that game. We can play that game. And I could interrupt him over here, but I realized that's a strong side, like I said. So instead of that, I opt to attack the top. Boom, boom, boom. Reinforcements. Here I come. Look at all these 5 infantry, 2 infantry over here. That one's basically dead at this point. And I got a really unlucky roll, unfortunately. Low roll. 2 HP and he knocks me down to 9. I was pissed off at that. It was a small little micro thing, but it's just like a 10-15% chance that happened, and it happened. I wasn't happy about that. Anyway, build my first copter. My tank's coming in, my recon's coming in. These guys gotta evacuate. This is some Hurricane Katrina bullshit going on. They gotta evacuate. It's time to run. I don't know why I said hurricane. That makes no sense. It's not a very good analogy, but I'll double down on it. So, he brings his units up here, and now he's saying, oh shit. Now, Deej is winning over here. I have nothing over here. I went too hard over here, maybe. What do I do? So Talose, he attacks. He's feisty. He's gonna sack that infantry. He wants to delay these caps, which makes sense. He's going for the comm tower over here, actually. And now this tank's starting to pinch through me. So I'm like, okay, I need to connect these. Connect to my infantry line. These are completely undefended unless I have the cover of the tank from there. So I need to connect them. The thing about the pincer strike is you need to connect them for them to be effective. If one side attacks from here, the middle is just gonna plow into one side or plow into the other side. You want to have them connected so they're all covering each other and the middle part can't just choose one or the other. So I need to, these guys better run. They gotta get their ass over here to my vehicle coverage, because there's nothing back here. There's no vehicles. I'm going all infies in the middle, baby. All infies. And he builds his first anti-air in the middle, and I was happy to see that. Both vehicles in the middle, cutting off the infantry supply. 3 versus, oh god, I didn't even count these up here. We got 7, 8 infantry over here. This is all mine. This is all mine. And you get a little tank over here. So I'm feeling pretty good. Day 6, I'd take my position 9 times out of 10. I love my position right now. The preparation has paid off. I'm feeling it now. I build my recon over here. Now I'm thinking I'm going to stop that cap over there. This infantry and this recon, and maybe this infantry, he's not going to get that cap even. He's going to have to stream over here or choose go over here or go over here. This recons are great on this map. I love recons. So if I can stop him at the top there, make him paralysis analysis, where does he send his tanks? Even better. So send my freaky Rika to the top. I don't even think I'm going to capture this because the recon's going to stop me. So this is more of a threatening to make his recon go over here rather than anything else. I'll probably move to the square over there next turn. And then I start capping all those properties. Start just capping them. Just capping them. Get over here in the middle. He's not going to get that. Look at that recon. Look at the infantry placement. I might even place that on the mountain. We'll see. Connect my forces. Start capping that. Unfortunately, this stupid little sniffer doesn't die, but it's fine. I actually retreat that because of the tank. So if he's gonna have to either pull this tank back to defend against that, or pull this over here, or pull this tank over there. But then I'm gonna have my own tank chain, so I'm feeling pretty good so far. So this infantry is like, where do I go? Well, this one's over here is kind of just okay. It's defended. The mech defends this one. This one needs to probably go up here and. Although it'll get gangbanged by these two over here. So this infantry's kind of cluster cluck. So I probably should attack right there, but I made a little mistake. I just pull it over there. It's a free hit. There's no coverage, unfortunately, so bye-bye that infantry. Actually, I don't know why I brought this one back, too. It's not covered by the mech either. It should have stayed on the mountain. Little micro mistakes by me so far. Brings his tank over there. He goes for the cap. He thinks he can get it. That's cute. That's cute. So. He's exerting pressure. Bye-bye that infantry. Bye-bye that infantry. He builds his first mech in the middle. Smart. I built my first mech too. I like mechs in the middle. Mechs in the middle. Malcolm in the middle. Everyone loves that. Alright. So he basically concedes this. He knows he can throw these away, and that's just a losing move. He loses 4 units and all of those properties. Whereas it's better just to retreat, lick your wounds, and then just put your forces somewhere else. Recognize he got bamboozled over here. He's gonna have to wait till these come in and pressure me later. Right now is not the time to attack. It's all about timing attacks, knowing when to attack. And Talose realizes he has no vehicle support over here. He's gonna get his ass whooped by all my infantry, so he has to retreat. And Talose is the master positioning tactician. That is his strength. That is what he does better than most people I know. Better than Starflash, better than me, better than maybe not better than Go 7, but better than most people. Positioning. He's just really good at positioning and tactical moves like that. So, boom, boom, boom. Getting that income lead. Ooh, look at that, baby. Soon to get that property over there. Although he is now exerting pressure over here, so it's not looking so great over here. I need to connect my forces ASAP. Beep, beep goes the recon. And he can try to stop that, but Tanky Wanky over here, he's gonna get his ass wanked. Anyway, so I bring my mech over there. Recon gets a freecon, gets his freecon. I combine over here because I really want this property to really nail down an income advantage. He's been holding onto that property quite well, so I definitely want to position my infantry there to capture that next turn. Bring my tank in. Like I said, now I'm starting to stream vehicles in. The pincer has commenced. Who will the pincer succeed? I need to stop him before he gets all these properties and just plow all of my units right in there. Pull my tank down here, a little Wimpkin move. I'm being a little Wimpkin over here. I'm just afraid of that tank hit. And then this anti-air will probably go in the city. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So anything he does within 2 turns of this anti-air, I don't want to fight it because that copter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So maybe I could even attack this infantry right here at the tank, to be honest. Maybe I should have done that instead. Attack this infantry, because if he attacks me here, this copter will defend me. So I think that was a mistake on my part. I could have attacked right there. But I think I wanted to have maybe this infantry defended. Nah, that was a mistake. I should have attacked this infantry, and I should have killed off that as well. It would have been a nice move. But I was a little too wimpy right there, I think. little wimpy. When you play against a guy like Talose, it's not uncommon to feel a little wimpy sometimes because you just know that any mistake you make will be magnified and you will get your ass rolled. So, don't want to do that. But I'm still feeling great. All my units are defended except for this little shard over here. These two actually are kind of a little undefended. I don't know why. That should have been like... I should have had my placement a little bit better right there. And every micro miss is amplified versus Talose, so keep that in mind. I'm making a few micro moves that are kind of bad, but they're nothing terrible. I still love my position over his. Kills my recon. Kills off my infantry, starts capping over there. Now the pressure's on. These units start streaming in. Artillery. I thought I would never see an artillery on this whole map. I was like, artillery? You trying to bust out of here? That's a losing move. That's just a waste of time. You're not want to bust out of the pipe seams. Mixed base maps, it's going to be decided by day 15 at the latest. You don't want to be having an artillery blasting through pipe seams. What is this artillery doing here? I saw that and I was like, what? Really? It's to defend the mech and the tank, but I was like, what? That's so bizarre. So, I saw that and I was like, okay. He's going for the comm tower over there. I'm winning hard over here. He has to retreat his infantry. He couldn't even attack that with the tank because then I'd plow him with my own... I keep saying plow. I like that word, plow. Destroy him with my own tank, like a snow plow. Boom! I'd even dare him to come attack me with the tank, because then it would be distracted and I would be able to do some more damage down there. So now, I'm connecting all my units. I bring my mech over here, I bring my tank over here. But I did it hastily. And I have a tank chain over here, so I'm inviting any attack, and then I'm going to have a tank chain, and he's going to have to divide his units over here, to down here, and then the pincer can commence. And I just need to hold down the fort over here. Just let them live, and then win over here, basically is my motto. My copter's not really doing shit, unfortunately. The positioning is really awkward for my units, unfortunately. He's taking control of the middle over here with the mech and the artillery. And I can't quite get that pincer. I can't quite get that overlap. And it's really unfortunate. And unfortunately for me, this was my worst turn of the match. Now, if you want to take a little moment and take a peeky poo and see why this is the worst turn, go ahead and look at it. But I made some major mistakes over here at the bottom. You'll see why. First off, boom on my infantry. Gets the comm tower, that's fine. Attack for the tank. Attack for the tank. Kills my mech. Weakens my tank. Kills my infantry. Weakens my other infantry. Attacks my copter. Why would he do that? Because he's going for the power. And the power is even bigger here. Because you get 10-10, and since there's no comm towers, he has 10% defense. And I have no 10% offense, so all my attacks are going to do jack shit. So that basically has HQ defense right now. And I have no boosts or anything, and I have no counterplay. This can attack a 4 HP infantry and a 1 HP infantry. I was unable to connect the forces. The pincer strike is not working right now. He just beat the shit out of me. I must have plowed like for the 12th time here. Beat the shit out of me, and he's perfectly covered. Except for this one tank, but that's on an HQ essentially right now. And I can't reach this stupid anti-air. I can reach that with this, but... Oh, it's... Even attacking this anti-air, it's going to bring it down to like 5 or 4. And a 4 HP anti-air is going to bring that down to like a 3. So it's not enough. So he beat me over there. And I was like, what the hell? And he puts his artillery over here. He locks down these two. He's like, you know what? I gave up on that side. I'm going all in over here. And he's right. That's a smart move. Smart move for him to go over there. I'm scared at this point because I don't have a comm tower. He's won his area over there. He has the unit count. I still do maintain the income advantage. And I will get this property back, and I will get this property back maybe. But it's already feeling like shitty. And I start to move my tanks and I'm like, alright. If I'm going to lose that, I'm going to not lose this after all. I'm going to reinforce with all these units. I'm going to shift my pincher strike to the right side of the map. I'm going to shift all my schlop over here. And I'm going to mop the floor with my schlop. I'm going to mop his schlop with my schlop. So I'm going to put all my forces over here. Look at all these infantry. Look at that beautiful amount of infantry. I have a unit count advantage over here. I'm just going to shift over here and just give up on the other side, basically. and hope he overextends over here into my strong side and see what happens. So I build a mech. I even shift my copter over here. Instead of going down, I'm going over here to shift all the way down there. So I retreat, wipe off the schlops on the floor. Feeling pretty decent, but not great. Like I said, I had a bad turn before. If we look at the stats real quick, it's definitely have more deaths than kills. It's not looking great, and that power was a pain in the ass too. We got the power off, and he's gonna have this calm tower. I didn't feel like interrupting it because I don't want to lose a unit. Ugh. And this turn, he beats my unit some more, and then, he sneaks this little property here. He sneaks it in, and I can't stop it. And he's like, nah, I'm not gonna Earth to Deej. I'm not gonna overextend over here. I'm gonna go through the middle, the shortcut. I didn't even remember the middle. I was like, what? These are connected? He's gonna shift all his shit over there, so I can't even pincer strike. He's gonna win over here and then defend in time. I'm like, oh shit. This is not good. He builds another artillery. I'm like, oh, you little shit sniffer. You build another artillery, I'm pissed now. And at this point, I'm starting to think, yeah, I think I lost. So, I go for the comm tower over there, and I attack some units at the bottom. I'm still trying to shift towards the middle. I'm just attacking. I can't even capture this property. I don't really have any counterplay. So I start shifting all my units in. And I build my artillery because I'm like, okay, maybe that'll be enough. Like, there's all these weakened tanks and the copter. I have this anti over here. Maybe I can get it together and try to hold down the fort over here, but it's starting to look ugly. I do have the income advantage this entire time. I will get the comm tower. That's not a threat. I will get this property back most likely. So it's not all over, but not looking great. And my units over here are useless. Like the positioning, that's why the middle is so important, because all these units are involved. All these units can have something to attack. This unit tank over here can attack this mech. I wouldn't do it because there's an artillery, but it can. Whereas these little schlopsters in the side over there, they might as well be going to Red Lobsters, because they're not doing shit over here. Like, what are they gonna do? What is this gonna do? Attack this infantry on a base? Like, hello? I can't go north because there's an anti-air. I can't go this way because there's an anti-air. I can't go south because there's an anti-air. This copter is basically useless. It's happy to even get a hit off on a tank and die. I'd be happy to hit this tank over here and die. Like, could I have even done that? You probably wouldn't even let me. Like, nah, I don't even want to allow your stupid 9 HP copter to hit my tank and suicide itself. Do 3k of damage and suicide. No, that's too nice of a death. I won't even allow that copter to do 3k of damage. No, it's gonna die a pathetic death. He puts my copter in quarantine. But I'm still fighting. I'm a fighting Deej. I came into this finals to win. I came to win, not to get second place. No. It's time for Talose to lose. Time for Talose to lose. Time to lose. Time to lose, Talose. As I said, as I cackled to myself. People have probably thought of that like years ago. Anyway, he attacks. He murders my units on the side over there. Oh, he gets a hit off on the tank. And it's a beautiful thing, too, because he blocks my freaking anti-air from reaching. He's going to definitely... There or there. Oh, I'm not going to get that copter. And he doesn't give a shit. He's like, sure, attack my anti-air from here. You're going to be base skipped. And then this copter is going to come in and wreck your life. And to top it all off, he uses another market crash. Extra 10% defense, extra 10% offense. So my counterattacks are even weaker. It's only day 11. And I have no play up here. I got the top and I got the bottom. Hooray. I had to retreat though, and he's going to reclaim that. So, I got a lot of money. 34,000. But yeah, I can't do shit. So I just go Barbarian Blow. I release the inner flak. Charge! I want my own market crash. Attack! I managed to kill off one infantry. Attack! I'm just fighting for some kills, some attacks. Look at that. And I resign. I build a mega tank too, because I'm cool. Yeah, Talose beat me. I thought I was winning for the majority of the map. Or at least I think I had like a 52 to 48% chance of winning. So I was, needless to say, I was gutted. I thought I could win the cup. I thought I was well prepared. I think he fell into the trap early, but his tactical genius. I think the turn was... First off, I think this unit should have attacked rather than ran away. But I think the losing turn... Well, I didn't have a great turn. This wasn't a great turn either. This tank should have attacked. I had copter coverage, no big deal. The losing turn was day 9. I let the mech, I allowed my tanks to get free hits. I never connected over here. I was winning over here, so I don't have to win over here right now. Consolidate back here, wait for the perfect time to connect. I can't connect right now. I kind of half-assed the pincer strike. It turned from a guillotine move on Pokemon, if you all follow Pokemon, to a Vice Grip, which does like 40 damage rather than a one-hit KO. That's how, this is a little wimpy-ass, crabby Vice Grip. And it was just a bad move, and then I just lost over here, and he got a market crash, and this mopped the floor with me after that. So honestly, day 9, like I said, these mixed base maps are designed so you have early fighting and the game is decided early. Day 10, the game is... I could have resigned the next turn. I think I was losing, but I wanted to put up a fight for the viewers. I wanted to put up a fight for my own ego. I wanted to keep going and somehow win, but unfortunately, I think the game was lost after this turn. I think I was doing fine before this, but then just boom, 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 and there's no counterplay. There's no counterplay. You can't, I've lost too many units. He's gonna get all these properties back. His positioning is way superior. He's actually not winning that many more units, and he has a lot of damaged units, but the positioning, like these 2 units are pretty much dead. They never came back, they never fought. They're pretty much dead, so count these 2, 16k more of deaths, because they never did anything. They went in the corner. Hell, even this tank, look at these 3 tanks. What do? They went north here for a turn. That's where they never did anything else. They literally just went up here. These units are useless. The positioning. I'm telling you, Talose is a positional genius. And he took over the control. Look at the middle. It's just a purple hole right now. Look at that purple hole right there. My god. All my units are scattered around like a shotgun. You take a shotgun shell. All the green is a shotgun. From just spattered around everywhere. He has this straight up 45 caliber, boom, just a big hole right in the middle. You don't want to be shooting bird shot, you want to be shooting a big old hole. This is I'm really stretching the analogies of this game, but basically the center control, and he was able to connect his forces. He was able to connect his forces from here to here better than I was from here to here. And that was basically the story of the game. It was where my units were positioned, who can connect their units first. He was able to do so. I actually was able to connect my units over here and here quicker than he was. So maybe it's just more of an issue. It's easier like this and this than it is like this. So maybe it makes sense why I won over here early. But since he retreated, I didn't retreat. I fought on like a champ. An idiot, really. I lost a lot of units where he licked his wounds. And he ran back, his mountain man ran back into the mountains. He brought an artillery, says, look, I lost over there, but I'm only going to hold down these 2 properties by plopping in the forest. That's fine. Whereas me, I'm like, no, attack, I need these properties. I wanted to go for the kill. I didn't want to go for a long game. I wanted to go for the jugular. I wanted to go for the kill. The ego got to me, I think, because I thought I was winning earlier. And, yeah, I just lost because of that. Whereas I should have licked my wounds, probably pulled back here, shifted over here. These guys should have pulled back here, attacked the top. I could have won these both properties at the top, probably. And I know I'm near the bottleneck, so it's a little dangerous. So I'm not sure if I really want to fight here long term because it's so close to the 2 bases. But it's better than losing all my units over here. And you gotta control the center. So, well played by Talose. Very well done. Strong player. He won the Discord 6, Discord 10, I think, maybe Discord 11. He's won 3 Discord tours, I believe. Now he's the most winningest Discord player. More so than Voice of Akasha, more so than Shu, I think, and more so than Go7, Tordred, whoever. Congrats to Talose, well played. Yeah, I was impressed.
You know, I knew I was the underdog, but I thought I had some very winning chances. I think I just kind of blew it. I think I had some baboonian thoughts come into my brain, and I just couldn't. I had to fight for my ego attack over here. I should have pulled back. I didn't connect well enough over here. And I was a little too wimpy over here. At some points I was too wimpy. At other points I was too crazy. That tank should have attacked. They're micro things, but they really add up in the end. In mixed-based maps, early decided maps, these 1 HP, 2 HP infantry, they block things, you know? They enable the KOs. Like, this was able to be KO'd by this mech, allowing this other infantry, or this, like, look, that wouldn't have died, right? And then this tank and stuff wouldn't be able to kill that. Just that one extra damage done by this infantry, or that one extra damage done by the infantry where they're delaying a cap, it impacts a lot. It impacts the build orders, it impacts blocking and whatnot. Later on over here, look at all this blocking. Look at the 5 HP infantry right here. It's blocking. If that wasn't there, I could stop it. Or, no, actually I couldn't. But you know what I mean. Blockers are important. Small HP or low HP infantry are still quite important. So, anyway, I hope you guys learned a lot. I hope you guys are entertained. That concludes the tournament series from this tournament. There will be covered tournaments in the future, so keep your eyes out on that. But well played, Talose. I had a blast. I feel good. I got second place in the tournament out of 128 players. I still think I should be good happy with myself about that. It's the farthest I've reached. I reached the quarterfinals in the Discord 6 tournament. So this is the farthest I've ever reached in a tournament. So I felt good. Give myself a little pat on the back. I didn't take it too hard because Talose is a strong-ass player. And, you know, I played hard. I love some of the games. Like, as you saw, some of the other games, there were bangers that had a lot of fun. It was a journey. The Radio Arcara Man comeback, the Soth preparation with the artillery and the APC, the Rhymer holding on to the Eagle superpower for so long with the max advantage. Like, there were 3 bangers in a row. Crazy games. No regrets. Love this tournament. Thanks to everyone who hosted this tournament. I look forward to the next one. Congrats to Talose. I'll say congrats like 20 times because it was a hard-fought tournament. This tournament lasted nearly a year. Actually, I think it was did we finish this in July? Because I think it started July 2022. I think this lasted a whole year, this tournament. So it's been a lot. But I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys learned something. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.